hypothetically, when you're at a music festival like that, do you want to be on like ecstasy, or are you gonna be like a little LSD? What's getting the vibe right?
Coke. Just Coke. No.
just liquid cocaine in my eyes.
Keep the Asians away from your Coke.
Yeah.
No, I do.
Well, you know what, Harley? I haven't done Coke in many years, but maybe this time I'll really like it.
Hey, yeah, man.
Harley, what
would
hypothetically be the vibe?
The choice, the weapon of choice.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I like to think of myself as like a variety participator.
Mm-hmm.
So
you get cross-faded.
What I like right off the bat, like, so in Canada, a lot of these experiences, the foundation isn't alcohol based. But in the US, when you go to these festivals or experiences like that, or even raves, the bar is a big deal. People drink a lot. In Canada, the drugs are a bit more lenient, so there's
you candy flipping,
drugs
bro?
out there.
You candy flipping?
What is that? What is that again?
Candy flipping is MDMA and LSD mixed together. We had a friend of the show who was candy flipping while also taking some other stuff, and
I miss him.
He walked into traffic. Yeah, went absolutely loony. But before that, he said it was a blast. Yeah,
I'm
and he was a really fun guy.
Great guy.
I want to be on that. I want to be on that level,
Shout
but
out.
not do that last part.
Yeah, me too. Exactly. You want to get right to the cusp, cusp of pulling over and walking into traffic, but not all the way there.
I think you got to be so responsible with this stuff. So like, I always get in a weird place when I talk about it, because I think like I am like when the Matthew Perry thing happened with ketamine.
Yeah,
people were like, "Dude, ketamine, man, like watch out." And I'm always like, if you ever think that I would do any drug, let alone that one, in a warm bath by myself, crazy. You could. That's like
feels great though.
Just people. I could imagine, and like this is so crazy. Is I could imagine he was fully aware of everything as it was happening, and was probably acknowledging, like, "Wow, this really isn't even that bad of a move right now. I'm definitely not moving. I'm definitely not going to move at all. So this is it." Like, that's it. You know what I mean? There's no, because as a person, you would have had that gut reaction to like jump out of it or snap out of it, you know, getting slapped in the face. You know, but a warm bath, he probably like just fucking like, you can't do drugs like that alone. You can't.
That's what I was about to say. You need a buddy there watching you. You need like some people who are like mostly sober outside the hot tub chilling, like checking on you and stuff. Like, but I bet that the combination of the ketamine and the hot tub is like heaven. I bet that does feel really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I'm like, bro, you're 95% there with a weighted blanket and a scented candle. You gotta go hot tub and come on.
You're right, though. You're right. You should be at a place where, like, if you can't stop and enjoy a weighted blanket and a scented candle, then, like, you know what I mean? You're chasing like I spend way more time sober, less smoking, than I do ever partying or consuming drugs. You know, I'll set aside a time and go do that. But I like to be actually aware of something like what you say. Like, if you can't enjoy a weighted blanket and a scented candle, don't go looking to enjoy yourself getting fucking blasted and, you know, being in the hot tub. Like, it's like I feel like there's a perfect balance to it. Having said that, I like to blast ketamine consistently when I'm at these things, but you have to build it very slowly, a buzz, because you technically want to be in a K-hole. You want to get there, but you can't jump right in. You got to slowly get into it so that when you are in the K-hole space, you could exist there. That's where you want it, Nick. You got there so slowly that it never hit you and made you want to sleep. So you are in that crazy, like, have you ever stayed up very, very, very late? You're overtired, and now maybe you're having really funny thoughts, or something is very funny. You're having a blast laughing because you're overtired. You got to get to fucking bed. You get to that place and exist there, and you kind of feel like you're sober drunk. Like you're drunk, but not blackout. You remember everything. As long as you go slowly. It could take for like, the way I see it, it should take someone like over an hour, 2 hours to get high appropriately on that by going very small amounts.
So our experience is pretty different. That when I did it, it was, of course, it was prescribed, but I had these like dissolvable tablets that you put in your mouth. You'd hold them there for 7 minutes and then you'd spit it out. And for me, the full effect stuff, 30 minutes later, it was starting to die down. You know, if at 50 minutes, for example, I say it lasts an hour. If at 45, 50 minutes, I needed to like make a decision, it'd be like you're a little drunk. Are you the best you? Absolutely not. But you can almost push it aside. You sound like you were high for hours.
Yeah, well, because you would consistently do it.
Oh, you're re-upping.
Yeah, you do it like I would do a very small amount. Probably what it is that you take, maybe I'm assuming maybe cut it in half and imagine that like every 30 or 40 minutes. And then think about like 3 hours later what it would be like. You know what I mean? Something like that.
You get nauseous?
If you do too much, you can get the spins like when you're too drunk and the room is spinning, and that's the worst. That's where a lot of people, they'll think it's like cocaine, so they'll do a cocaine line. And then now you're going to feel like you're drunk sick.
I don't like any drug that can possibly make me sick to my stomach. That's why LSD is so fucking cool. It like zero nausea, just getting fucking high. And
I used to prefer mushrooms, but yeah, no, I do like LSD better because it has a less nausea factor. But also mushrooms is crazy. Mushrooms could make me feel weird in front of like my best friend of 20 years. And I'm already a guy that's like a shameless dude and I don't care. Why would I feel weird in front of like one of my best friends? But mushrooms is weird. Like I've been blasted on like so many things. Then someone's like, yo, let's take mushrooms. I'm like, what are you, crazy? I could take that and hate you. I might just not like you anymore. It's too delicate right now. Yeah. Mushrooms is like, it's just a very weird, it's a weird one.
I've done mushrooms, and that's not my vibe at all. No, if we were both on mushrooms together, you'd be hating me, and I'd be lifelong friends. I feel so warmly towards you. We might,
but I took 7 grams. You took 1.
Fair. Okay. I was just gonna slip in. My ketamine came with an anti-nausea drug, like with it, so they
like mixed into it.
No, separate. You took it beforehand.
Okay. Interesting. So it's like you kind of do ketamine like how I do VR. Take like an anti-nausea drug. Play for an hour. Play for an hour in another world.
I think that's it. It was really regimented. I think I took it like exactly, and I was scared of the nausea. I didn't like. I was nervous about it, so I was really regimented about taking it. And then almost exactly 60 minutes later, I'd start the ketamine.
Yeah.
Like no, but there's Nair. Sorry.
There's drugs like that. I always joke about. I always make jokes about cocaine, but really like not a good drug. Not a good one.
I've never done cocaine. I've read though that like there's more being made and consumed in America anyway than ever before. It's record popular.
That's crazy. And that's crazy because like, yeah. No, but that's why it's a really crazy drug. I don't have an addictive personality, I don't think, maybe I smoke too much. But when I leave to the USA, I'm not like, oh my God, I gotta get hash. I need to smoke or I'm gonna lose my shit. Like I just like don't do it. I went to Florida for a couple months. I don't smoke. I'm just there. I don't try and go and get drugs or anything like that. But there's something about cocaine that I feel it's probably exactly like if it's in the house, it's how probably Vito's going to feel with these Final Fantasy boxes, always calling to him, being like, open me.
What do you think pays for my cocaine?
Rip me open and see what's inside. Come on. And
like having it around is
in the house.
Yeah.
Like I don't like having that in the house. Like it's not a drug that like sits in my house or anything because it's like it would like call to you. Like it's like weird.
I have the opposite problem with drugs is I keep going like, well, I don't want to take them now. I should save them for something cool. And then I realize nothing cool ever happens in my life. So they just sit there.
I do end up with old drugs like that too. I'm like, I should probably throw out these gummy bears. I don't know what drug they are anymore. They're in the house too long. I have to get rid of them.
Test them. Just
at that place that I went to Shambhala.
Sure, I wasn't at all talking about consuming them.
Well, they have this. They're really big on like harm reduction, and you can bring any drug to HR there, and they have like these advanced medical grade spectrometers, and they'll tell you exactly what is in the drug. And I remember I went and I had brought like a pill that, you know, this guy that I know from Montreal had brought. And when I brought it, we are like, oh, let's go see what the Molly's like. Let's see how it is. And so we brought it, and it was really interesting because the guy took the pill and he was like, cool. He was like, this pill, by the way, is interesting because I'm going to try and open it now, but there's no way to open this without destroying it. And that's valuable because with capsules, something like this, which is a custom capsule, I could look at it and I think I know what drug it is. He's like, that's your dealer. And if someone tried to open it and put their shit inside, they would be destroying his custom capsule. You can't put it back together. He's like, so that's pretty cool. And then he put it into the spectrometer and he was like, this is almost 100% potent Molly. He's like, this is by far the strongest Molly we have here. And he was like, I can give it back to you. Nice. It's about 90 milligrams. I can give it back to you in 3 capsules of 30 milligrams, or I can put it in a powder and I can give you like this glass tube, but that's going to be really scratchy on your nose. You can also consume it with liquid. We can give it to you guys. And if and like they literally, this is how deep they go. It's really crazy.
Dude, isn't 9? I mean, I've only done Molly a handful of times, but 90 milligrams is a incredibly strong dose.
That's for like that.
It's usually like a tenth you're getting at a time, right?
Yeah, this can get like 9 people fucked up technically.
So wait, I don't understand the term teenth.
Like, I believe I took.
I thought I knew all my numbers.
Three similarly sized shards before a Pretty Lights concert in like 2011 at Mizzou, and each one was supposed to be 10 milligrams ish. And so I took like 30 milligrams.
Yeah, 30. Yeah, 30's what I would say any of you guys should, but if you were to, you shouldn't do it though.
A teeth,
and that was a lot
of an ounce.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And so they were.
Oh, that's why I didn't know what a teenth was.
Yeah, you're on that metric.
No, we do use like it with drugs. Still use I guess we use grams, but we use ounce. Yeah, wait, no, ounce is that's why do we do that? Why do they do that? Use gram.
You're a godless country.
No, but you guys do that too, don't you guys do grams also?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's 28 grams in an ounce.
We inherited it from your evil king. Yeah.